Ladies and gentlemen, and all points in between, welcome to Aunt and Millicent's cooking show. This is a new thing I'm going to try to do this year. Is I'm going to put on a little bit of clothes and I'm going to put on a little bit of food. It's going to be great. I'm going to share some of my favorite recipes, and I'm going to try some stuff that, well, frankly, nobody has any business eating anyway. So anyway, welcome to the show. So tonight's recipe is going to be an old family favorite. Actually, it's not an old family favorite. It's really just, something you can find in a cookbook or online. We're going to make some sausage balls, okay? And they're real easy. They require almost no tools whatsoever. And all they require is some supplies, your little hands, and, a little bit of attitude. So that's all there is to it. And we're going to get to it. So if you want to look up this recipe, just Google or Bing, if you even do that, sausage balls. And if you're a vegetarian, stick around because I might have some vegetarian recipes later. I think you'll like those too. So let's get started, shall we? Are you still there? Okay, good. So we need three things for sausage balls. Okay, first is sausage. Big surprise there. Okay, you can pick any brand you want. This is from my local market. I'm not going to show the brand because I don't want to give anyone an unfair advantage. Lord knows how many watchers I have on this show. I could put smaller sausage manufacturers out of business. So anyway, it doesn't even have to be in this kind of a tube. You can buy it in flat or bag or anything. So pick one you like. If you like hot sausage, pick a hot one. So it adds more flavor to it. So just pick anything. Okay. So that's the first ingredient. Second ingredient is cheddar cheese. You can pick any brand you like, your local, whatever you like. Okay. You don't have to buy it in the block. We always buy it in the block because we like to grind it up and make our own different styles and flavors, or not flavors, but different textures of cheese. So you can get your own block of cheese, or you can buy it in a bag, and you won't have to shred it. So you're skipping a step, right? Isn't that cool? Okay, next is, I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for showing a brand, but this is Bisquick. Bisquick, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of just flour and lard, and it's baking soda, and I can't remember what, maybe some salt. Bisquick has an interesting history. It was invented in the 30s. It was invented to be used on trains. A guy had a hankering for some good old Southern biscuits, on a train, and he decided that it was really hard to make on the train, so he pre-made a mix to make biscuits on a train. So Bisquick, it's in this yellow box that's been in your store since the dawn of time. So go get yourself some Bisquick, and I think it takes about, don't quote me on that, but a cup or so. We'll figure out in a minute, okay? So those are your only three ingredients, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the camera down, and you're going to see my lovely hands. I very seldom do nails, so don't laugh too hard. I usually destroy nails in a matter of moments, even if I do use them. So, okay, so we ready? Yeah, we are. Let's do it. So I've got the sausage in the bowl, obviously, and so you're going to need a cup of Bisquick. Now, listen, folks, we're not scientists here. If it's not exactly a cup, it's fine, trust me. Okay, so down the hatch. Got my cheddar out. Now cheddar, or cheese in general, is my danger food. If I eat too much, well, that's obvious. I have some danger foods, but this is the deadliest one of all. I cannot live without cheese. Can't live living without cheese. Sorry. Anyway, so cheese is fantastic. We have to put this whole thing in. It's 8 ounces, a half a pound, and we're going to have to shred it. Now, like I said, you can buy the little bag of shredded before you get this, so you don't have to use the block like I do, but I have to do everything the hard way. So anyway, so I want to shred this, and it's going to go in the bowl. We're back. The sausage is now a little loaf, okay, as you can very clearly see. I forgot to mention, guys, take your rings off when you're kneading all that. True story. I grew up around farms, and we used to actually make sausage from like real animals and stuff. And my mother actually lost her wedding ring in a big pot of ground meat. And they had to go looking for it in the sausage. So luckily we didn't eat it, but true story. Okay, so now that we've got our loaf done, you're going to have to go heat your oven to 350. you got your oven done, we're going to take the loaf and we're going to break it into like little round balls and put it on a nice cookie tray. Okay, you don't have to spray the cookie tray. There's enough oil in here, believe me, to grease my coat for a very long time. That's where this sheen comes from. So anyway, all you have to do is just put it on there, and I want to show you how to do it. It's not hard. Okay. So I've got about 15 or so on the plate. They're only about an inch or so around. Just, kind of roll them in your little hands and put them on there. I have a lot left over, probably like slightly under half. So we can make these in a minute while these go in. So these actually cook for about 25 minutes. If you have a hot stove or hot oven, you may want to go a little bit less. You'll definitely smell them before they come out. So in we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we made it. It's the end of the night, or the end of the show, and we're in my dining room. We have our sausage balls complete. There's a few less than when we started. I think they've been sampled by some folks in my household, including me. You end up making about 25 of these. Depends on how small you roll them. I neglected to mention how you could actually, when you would eat these. It would be great for like a party, or for like, when you do like a potluck. When you bring food for a group of people, they're great. All you have to do is warm them up. You can even eat them cold. They're fine. So they're great party food. You can eat them with your fingers or just with a small plastic fork, what have you. So they're here. I have a lot fewer than I started with, but there you go. They look just like that, and down the hatch, right? That'll work. Okay, so that's a show, and I appreciate you joining me. And I hope I can make many, many more of these. And I'm talking with my mouth full. So I'm going to wrap it up with one simple bon appetit.